Hey, habit thrivers. If you're ready to rock your next chapter, this is your place. It's time to live your most fit, fearless, and fabulous life. I believe that our daily habits and routines set the foundation for achieving our dream lives and help us find more passion and clarity with less doubt and uncertainty. So let's get cozy. Grab your planner and your favorite beverage and come along with me on this journey of reclaiming your passions and finding new ones along the way. Welcome to the Habit Thrive podcast, a podcast for women in their me now years. Hi, I'm Laura, your host, and each week we come together to create habits, routines, and rituals to reclaim our power and our awesomeness to live our best chapters yet. Today, continuing with the theme of reclaiming our joy for the month of December, we are exploring routines and rituals over the holidays and how to use both of them for peace, more calm, and more joy. The holidays can be a beautiful yet chaotic time, and finding ways to stay grounded, focused, and connected to what truly matters is essential. In this episode, we'll explore the difference between routines and rituals, why both are important, and how to create personalized rituals that bring peace and meaning to your holiday season. So let's start by looking at the difference between routines and rituals. While the two might seem similar, they serve very different purposes during busy times, especially during the holidays. Routines are the practical, everyday activities that keep us anchored and productive. They're like the scaffolding of our lives, providing structure and foundation. For instance, brushing your teeth, making your bed, or preparing your morning coffee might feel automatic, but these small actions create a sense of order and stability. During the holidays, when schedules get hectic, routines help us stay focused and they give us a sense of control over our days. Last week, we talked about the importance of our morning routine to really anchor us and set the tone for our day. Rituals, on the other hand, are intentional practices infused with deeper meaning. They go beyond the surface level and touch our emotions and even our spirits. When routines anchor us in productivity, rituals ground us in purpose. They remind us of who we are and what we value. For example, lighting a candle and taking a moment to reflect on the day during the holiday season transforms a simple action into a sacred pause, a moment of connection with ourselves, a moment of reflection, and often a meaning or a moment of remembering. Rituals are deliberate, offering inspiration and a sense of timelessness. They can help us slow down and find joy even in the busiest of times. This distinction is key because while routines keep us on track, rituals bring us back to what truly matters, especially during the holidays. If you haven't had a chance to listen to last week's episode, I suggested that between last week and this week, that you reflect on some of the rituals that you might actually be doing right now. And in that moment, identifying them actually as rituals, because sometimes we just go through our day and we're doing what we normally do, and we don't actually realize that in that moment, this is something that brings you calm or makes you feel grounded. So noticing that. Also, perhaps thinking back to some of the rituals that you might have done, let's say even when the kids were younger or when you were younger, that you actually haven't done in a while. And sometimes they just fall by the wayside for all kinds of different reasons. And so just starting to think about, perhaps I should resurrect that ritual and bring that back this year. And again, rituals are things that we do on our own. Rituals are things that we do with others. And they very often, though, have that same sacred feeling. And so noticing that. Let's talk about how to create rituals that are meaningful and personal to you right here, right now. So what or who brings you peace, joy, or a sense of connection? And that connection, again, can be to yourself, it can be to others, and very often it is both. Is it in the quiet moments of solitude for yourself? Or is it laughing with friends or family members? Or maybe it's engaging in a creative activity like writing your Christmas cards, or baking cookies, or playing music at a retirement home in your community. Personalized rituals can be simple yet profound. For example, if you love the magic of the holiday lights, on your own, you could simply take a nightly walk in safe lit area to admire the lights, using the time to reflect on the highlights of your day. If you're someone who feels overwhelmed by holiday obligations, you could create a morning ritual of journaling for 5 minutes to set your intention. And this is prioritizing self-care for you. Sometimes in that period of time between Christmas and New Year's, we feel inspired to do this, but sometimes we get kind of drawn into the setting New Year's resolutions. And I'm going to say those have kind of fallen by the wayside a little bit. And certainly for me, that time period now is about self-care, about creating more routines and rituals around self-care that will carry me into January and the rest of winter. Now, the beauty of rituals is that they don't have to be tied to tradition. They can be entirely your own right here, right now. If mindfulness resonates with you, you might try starting a ritual of meditative breathing while holding a warm cup of coffee or tea. Again, if family connection is important, you could establish a ritual of sharing one thing you're grateful for before each holiday meal and listen to people groan. But I guarantee, no, I shouldn't say I guarantee that, because it still is hit and miss with me as well in terms of asking everyone as we go around the table to share something that they're grateful for. But again, it's just fun. What's most important is the intention that you're bringing to your ritual. It's not about perfection. It's about creating space for meaning and joy. So how do routines and rituals work together? One of the most powerful ways to ground ourselves during the holidays is by letting routines and rituals actually complement each other. Again, routines keep us productive, on track, and focused amidst the holiday chaos. They are the foundation that help us manage our time and our energy effectively. And when life feels overwhelming, we fall back on this routine, like maintaining a regular sleep schedule or preparing meals at a consistent time. Both of those can reduce stress and help you feel grounded. Rituals, meanwhile, provide that counterbalance. They inspire us, they connect us to our values and create moments of peace and reflection. While routines anchor us in the practical, rituals lift us up into the meaningful. They're a way to make time feel expansive rather than rushed. Oh, I'm going to take a breath on that one. Imagine time feeling expansive during the holidays and not feeling rushed. This just makes me take a nice long exhale. So again, as you're thinking about combining and having routines and rituals complement each other, you might follow a routine of tidying up the house before bed, right, to stay organized. But you can pair it with a ritual of taking 5 minutes afterwards to sit quietly and reflect on something good that happened during this day over the holidays. In this way, routines help us maintain order, while rituals help us savor the beauty of the moment. So by combining routines and rituals, we can create a holiday season that feels both grounded and inspired with a dash of joy. Thank you so much for joining me today. And truly, if this is resonating with you, I would love to hear from you personally. And I always love reviews as well. So if you feel inspired to leave a review, I would be so appreciative as well. But again, I just love chatting about how routines and rituals, again, can just make us feel better. So as we settle into these last few moments together, let's take a collective breath, inhaling gently through your nose. As you exhale, a nice, long, soft exhalation out through your mouth. Feeling that sense again of groundedness, that release. And know that this is my go-to tool at any time, but definitely in the busyness of the holiday season. So big hug to you. Have a great week. Enjoy playing with this combination of routines and rituals. And I will talk to you again next week. Bye for now.
If you love this episode, I guarantee you're going to love exploring all the amazing opportunities that await us in reclaiming our awesomeness together. So come on over to my Facebook group, Women's Wellness Community for women wanting to rock their me now years, or let's connect over on Instagram at Habit Guru 365 and make the Habit Guru podcast your healthy new habit.